I just want to mention that some of the issues we're going to discuss today were either experienced by myself personally or by others who I reached out to who provided valuable feedback. And it's by no means it will cover all issues encountered. It's just some of the issues some of us encountered. For you folks who are involved in the plan review, you will always see something new. Sometimes unique circumstances or depending on the project. So this is not going to be by all means inclusive of all the structural issues observed in plan check. So we'll begin. I know Maria did a great job introducing me. I put these notes here about myself. So she did a better job, so I'll skip through the slide. Incidentally, I think the handout is available here for download. You can see under the Files section, you can download the presentation or the handouts. So description of the webinar is basically we will talk about issues related to coordination between various design professionals on a project that may result in structural plan review issues or structural design of the project. Plan revisions required midway through the approval process as a result of requirements by the authority having jurisdiction that may change the project and will impact the structural design or structural system. Incomplete design consideration or improper use of building materials or components, impact on the structural system when there's a change of use and occupancy. And that is very, very common. And in most cases, jurisdictions don't really note or observe this issue. If somebody has a warehouse and they want to change it into an art studio or a restaurant or so forth. We're going to talk about that in detail. Or when you're doing tenant improvements in an existing building. And again, similarly, when you're doing tenant improvements to an existing building, and then you're changing the use or occupancy, you're changing possibly the occupant load, you may change the live load and assumptions for the design of the original building, the existing building. So again, we'll talk about that too. The goal, our goal is for you to attend this seminar or webinar is to share these issues faced during structural plan review of various building types, whether it's commercial or residential. And as I said earlier, some of these were encountered by myself and colleagues who were kind enough. I reached out to so many and they shared their experiences. And some of them shared, incidentally or ironically, it was common. Some of the experiences they shared was common and they were completely different from each other. They don't work for the same jurisdiction or even the same state, but they had the same commonality in some of the issues. The issues presented here are not meant to be critical of any city or jurisdiction or any design professional. It's just meant to basically share with you and be on the lookout of these issues when you encounter them yourself. The objective is for you to benefit from the what the issues we share with you. We will talk about the purpose and scope of structural plan review, knowing in mind that each region in the country or even states in the country approach structural plan review differently. However, we are going to assume that we are conducting structural plan review as required in the building code by like any other plan review. And we'll start by talking about the authority and what does the building code expect from the building official to do when they do the plan review. Recognize the common oversights in the plan notes and specifications. We will attempt to identify some of the design pitfalls that we usually see that we have to be on the lookout in plan review. Recognize, again, the impact of revisions and changes on the project structural design. Again, this is really critical. Some agencies try to redevelop certain areas of town, older buildings, and they encourage uses that may not have been structurally compatible with the building as built or as designed. And when the plan reviewer raises issues such as the structural system is not capable of supporting, for example, the live load of this use, or or equipment or whatever the use generates, then it may be a challenge because it may not be consistent with the goal of the jurisdiction trying to redevelop the area and encourage economic growth. Learn unique aspects of some of the special projects that you may encounter, and anticipate and address these structural issues that you face in plan review.